Yes, father confirm. It's your boy Foxy P in the building. I like your boy. The chopper of them and the fryer of plantain. Yes, 1995, 1999 Gidigbo champion. First Igbo governor of Lagos State. Baba say yes, can I say yes, we fit. Yes, father confirm.
I'm easy like Sunday morning. That's why Foxy P is easy. It's easy cause the ginger in his system. Damn. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome once again to another episode of the Africa Today Show with your top Foxy P in the building. Yes, father confirm. No, it is not film trick. You are saying this thing is happening for real. That's right, it's true. It felt so good, the love, the affection. I felt like the prodigal son coming back after doing bad things. And the family, the friends, the well-wishers, all of you just welcome me with open arms. I say, Foxy P, A-Law, welcome back. We didn't like how you left us, but welcome back. So what else can I do but come back in for the love? Yes, father, confirm. Ginger, I want to welcome you to another episode of the Africa Today Show with your top Foxy P in the building. Yeah! I'm going to jump right into it because too many things have been happening in Africa. Crazy. First of all, we're getting the news from Lagos that the president of the Nigerian Prostitutes Association, no, it's not film trick. Your ear is not playing no tricks on you. No, this is actually a fact. The president of the Nigerian Prostitutes Association, her daughter just graduated from secondary school with the best result. Yes! The girl got the best result in her school. I don't know if it's in the state, but definitely in her school, she got the best result. I'm pointing this out, that Nigerian Prostitutes Association can have a president, but PDP, till now, they don't have a leader. Child. I'm pointing this out, that Nigerian Prostitutes Association has a president, but Boko Haram cannot even decide on which leader they want, which I find so interesting. I don't know whether you guys are following that news. Basically, right now, there's a situation going on where Boko Haram has two leaders. One is Abubakar Shekau that we all know. We know that that's an animal that's been bombing and killing people and he kidnapped the Chibok girls and all that kind of stuff, confirmed. Then we're getting the news that ISIS, who it was Shekau that went to go and touch them and said, look, we're brothers, so we're all fighting the same thing. And I said, okay, we're going to bring you under us. ISIS has now appointed a new leader out of the Boko Haram people and said he's a new leader. So now they have two factions of Boko Haram. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that? Oh my God, because they've done well. So now, when the ISIS guy declared that, look, I'm now the new head of Boko Haram. He is a member of Boko Haram, don't get me wrong. It's not like ISIS now sent somebody for headquarters. No, this is not like all those universities where, the vice chancellor is doing nonsense and then they now send somebody all the way from us. No, it's not like that. No, it's not none of those kind of things. This is specifically somebody who was within the chain of command right there in Boko Haram. All of a sudden, ISIS now say, you are the one who's going to be the leader. And Shekau did not mod. So Shekau now came and I said, man, I'm not doing like this. So I beg, I just go back and I go shit. Before I come outside, tissue don't finish. No tissue, no water, no leaf, no nothing. So I had to wait for my son, Bomboy, to carry the tissue come. As I wait for him, before I come out, say they don't already elect new leader. So that was how the thing now played out. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to point something out to you. I said something in the last video which a couple of people were able to catch on to, and I appreciate, I keep saying that Africa Today Show, I have by far the most intelligent viewers across the board. That's one of the reasons why I don't like to really push Africa Today Show on my Instagram channel, because a lot of people that are on there, I think they're still smart, but they came in under our whole philo thing and everything else. So I don't know how they'll react to intelligent conversation. Not saying that they're not smart, but they're used to seeing me in a different light. So I really don't push any of this stuff on them. But you guys are ridiculously intelligent, because some people picked up on what I said when I pointed out that, didn't you notice that as soon as Jonathan went into power, boom, 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 Boko Haram came out. And then Buhari now entered. Now had Niger Avengers. But now let me drop another piece of knowledge on you that I'm sure you probably thought about before, but you didn't really take your brain deep inside of it. But it's okay. That's why we're family. Ladies and gentlemen, I believe that when Jonathan entered, the northern people said, you know what? I'm talking not everybody. I'm talking about the northern caliphate, like people that are running things, the cabal. they came and said, we have to destabilize this country. So you know what? Boko Haram are start. Men I just kick everything to high gear. All of a sudden, explosions everywhere. First it's Christians and started killing Muslims. It was ridiculous. It was crazy. Just rampant. Like every single weekend. Whether a person just carry Okada, enter inside mosque. Enter church. Go inside one of their barracks. Just they blow things up. It was ridiculous. They made Jonathan seem like he didn't know what he was doing, like he was incompetent. How can he not be able to handle an insurrection? Remember now in Abacha's time, Abacha said something that was so key. He said any insurrection in any part of the country that goes on for more than 3 days, please know that the government is part of that insurrection, confirm. That there's people of higher power that's inside that insurrection, confirm. It's not just some people that just want to just break off, confirm. So put that one, put it in one pocket. So I believe that they were the ones that said, yo, make this country where we say we don't go feed their handle things anymore. Just they blow everything they go. So they started doing it. Then Buhari came into power. And they told our boys, men, I calm down. That is here. Take it easy. But the problem is this, ladies and gentlemen. This is what happens when you send a madman to do mad people things. Let me break it down to you. Shekau was a madman. When you enable somebody who actually has like mental retardation, somebody who is actually a barbarian, someone that doesn't have sense, someone who's just like, his mind is just set on just like just blood, you cannot pull that person back in. Look in the history of the world, all the people who did the worst atrocities, whether it's Hitler of Germany, whether it's Pol Pot of is it Cambodia or Vietnam, whether it's, Idi Amin of Uganda, all of these guys, people that are closest to themselves, are the nicest people in the world. They're very civilized, they're easy to get along with, they're well spoken, they carry themselves with charisma and everything else, which means that they're not mad people. You understand what I'm saying? But when you put a madman to do mad people work, please expect that there is no control. He does not know press start. He doesn't know go. He doesn't know pause. He doesn't know that when you pass go, you have to collect $200. He doesn't know anything. He's just going to be going at one speed and one speed alone. This is like all these boys that be here in this America here, that be riding bicycle and they remove the brake. I don't know if I've seen them before. If you live in a major city like New York or Boston or here in Baltimore, and I'm sure they have them in London too, all these messenger boys that be taking messages from one office to the other, they remove the brake from the bicycle, which means that they're telling you, if I'm riding this bicycle and you are coming with leg and I jam you, you better know I'm going to jam you because I don't have any brake. That's how it is with these guys. So when Buhari now look and say, yo, I'm on this Shekau guy, he's not listening to us. Because this thing that we've told him to do, he has now taken it to the next level, of which they didn't put somebody that say, this guy, go and lead these Boko Haram people to make them do all these crazy things. No, they decided to take somebody who truly believes that Allah has sent him to destroy every single person in his path from carving out his own Muslim enclave. So off of that, he's going full speed. So then they're now like, you know what? Who around these guys makes sense? Who has some brain? Then I point at the other new guy and that's okay. They're going to make you the leader. So that one now comes out. If you want to prove what I'm saying, look at the fact that when the new leader that ISIS pointed out, who they're telling us that ISIS pointed out, we still don't know any ISIS that's pointing out anybody. I've never seen ISIS in Nigeria. I've never seen anybody that came out and said, oh, I'm the ISIS representative in Nigeria. I haven't seen an ISIS representative in Benin Republic. I haven't seen one in Niger. I haven't seen one in Togo. I'm talking about countries that Nigeria is sharing border with, or that will be all the way till you get to Middle East, maybe when you get to Syria or Iran. I haven't seen anybody that's ISIS. So the point I'm making is this. They're saying what they're saying from far, but we know what's happening. There is nobody. There is nobody else in there who has a brain. So they're like, yo, this guy is more, he can listen. We're going to make him the leader. And the first thing the guy said when he came out was, look, me and Shekau, when we started this whole movement, it made sense. We're trying to push for our Sharia parole and everything else, where we'll be pure Muslims doing and living our life as we want. No infidels, no kind of craziness. But my problem with him was when they started killing Muslims. That's when hubris kicked in. That's when they showed their hand. That's when they let us know what's under that mask. This guy said the problem he had with Shekau is that he was killing fellow Muslims. Who else in the history of Nigeria, in terms of killing people out of faith, who else has said that? If you've ever studied the pogroms in the north of Nigeria, when they were killing Christians, that's the same thing that people always say. Are you Christian or Muslim? Me being a strong Muslim and I'm killing on behalf of Allah or whatever it is that's in my brain, the first thing I want to make sure is that I'm not killing one of my fellow brothers. So when you start to connect the dots, you be like, damn, these niggas. We used to think that jam question was one of the hardest things, but I'm beginning to understand that the kind of chess that's being played using Nigerian people's head right now, the rest of us are just there playing drafts. We're waiting for them to crown us, whereas people are coming to collect our queen, confirm. It's ridiculous. Now let's go back to the Olympics, because that's the common thing that everybody wants to talk about now. Olympics is going really, really well. We're getting the news that one of our boys, Divine Oduduru, you could know Divine, the guy that said he's going to down the line, someone going to die.
How does that feel to qualify for the final?
I feel happy, I feel grateful, and I feel fulfilled. I'm happy because I never expected it, but God gave it to me. I'm grateful to Him.
How was the race? Because other athletes have said it's been tricky coming into the home straight with the wind. Was there much wind in your race?
Wow, the wind was very much. I was trying to push out, the wind was still taking me back, but I tried my best. I did my best.
So how are you going to prepare for the final? What will you do now?
The final will be a deadly day. It's going to be either both of us going to die on the line. Because I'm ready to run into the line because I have a black man blood in me. And African people, we are born great. I'm ready for it.
The guy was a youth champion, 4-time African youth champion. You know, he's a holder of different records. He's Nigeria's fastest man in 200 meters. Today, he did the semifinals with Usain Bolt and he came second. So, and I was so touched that I went on Twitter and somebody actually tweeted his handle and I saw it and the guy had only like 700 followers or so. So I now started a new thing where I was like, yo, you guys should, I started tweeting at the guy, encouraging him, and I said, I'm going to come on Africa Today Show. I'm going to ask you guys to do me a favor. I know that anytime I ask you guys to do something for me, you always take it and you do it bigger than I could ever done. Please, I'm going to put his name and his everything on here. I want you guys to start tweeting. Let this guy get more followers. We did the same thing for the goalkeeper, Inyama, at the last World Cup, where he now did really, was it the World Cup or the Nations Cup? I don't know which one. I don't know. But the last competition, I think it was the World Cup, where he was doing really, really well. And I took his Instagram and I was like, look, there's no reason why one of Nigeria's biggest heroes should be sitting on, like, I think it was like 2,000 followers. And I reposted and I had a couple of my touts repost and everything else, and it went really viral. And before you know what's happening, the guy now had like almost like 30-some thousand followers. I'm not saying that followership is indicative of how important this person is, but at least let that person feel like you have people behind you. Because this is the same person that, I don't know whether people saw that video a couple of months ago when they were saying that they were going for trials in different countries and there was no food, they were not giving them any kind of support, and now we're getting the news that we know for a fact they're not getting supported. We know for a fact, every single tweet that guy was tweeting out, he was putting Union Bank in there, which if you look across the board, all of these different athletics teams that are coming from different countries, they have sponsors, like private sponsors, but those private sponsors are plugged into the overarching, athletic support. You get what I'm talking about? The government is the one that's saying that, look what they want. But this guy is now tweeting Union Bank, which tells you that maybe Union Bank is kicking something out directly, helping them out directly in the absence of government. Which brings me to the next thing I'm going to talk about. I'm getting the news that Solomon Dalong, or the guy who's in charge of Nigerian sports ministry, apparently he went to the hotel where the Flying Eagles, that's our under-23 team, was staying. And he went there and I guess they did a head count, found out there were 84 people there instead of the 25 that Brazil said they would take care of as part of our Olympic contingent. So we have way more people than required. So they're like, look, these people can't stay, these extra people cannot stay. So now this is where I get confused. They said we had 84 people, but then he now sent home 4 players because we're supposed to have 25 players, but we had 29 players. So I'm like, if we had 84 people, Brazil said we should only have 25 players. So you sent home only 4 players because there's only 29 players there. But 24 25 plus 4 does not equal 84. Something is wrong. Something is wrong that they're not telling us, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. And we have to be alert. We have to have our ears open, our eyes open, our nose open. Because let me tell you something. There's some things that you may not be able to catch through your eye, maybe by the sleight of hand. Somebody's fast. Some things you may not be able to hear because they are whispering it, but you can hear the smelling when thief is around, confirmed. So I don't understand. They sent on those 4 players. And now, what about the remaining people in that 84? Because I know where this 84 came from. It's not no players. None of those players will bring their girlfriend or their wife. Because you don't bring sand to the beach, especially when you're going to Rio de Janeiro. This is a place that people will be like, you did it, I'll go with Rio. They even tell their wife, "Nay, I will cheat." It's not even cheating itself, it's a different country, confirm. So, think about this, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just like thinking in my mind, I'm like, nah, that has to be like some of all your ministers, girlfriends, and your attachment, and all the people that just want to collect visa just because they're coming for this kind of parole. Yeah, it's you people. That's number 1. Number 2, I was so glad when I got this news. The Nigerian football players now said that, look, from now on, they don't want to see the minister. They don't want to see anybody from NFF. They don't want to see any of them anywhere near their hotel. They don't want to see them in the dugout when they're coming for their game. They don't want to see them on the bench. If they see any single person quitting like this, they're not playing again. So they banned the sports minister, which I thought was very deep. I thought it was very deep because if you look at the history of things, number 1, you left them in Atlanta for 3 days. Then Mikel Obi had to now pay for the hotel that they stayed at, because basically where they went from Atlanta in Brazil to go play their first game, their first couple of games, the hotel where they were, the hotel now jacked them. I won't let them leave because they had $4,500 basic. So Mikel now paid it, which finally the news has come out that they repaid Mikel. Before they said that Mikel was not the one that paid it. So now we're getting news that they've repaid him. So you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. But you want to be there doing all that, talking about like, yeah, the 4 of you have to go back. Yeah, nah, nigga. Let me tell you something that I've understood about life as I grew older. And I started to understand that some of my friends when we were growing up who were very disrespectful to their parents, you know, the ones who would stay out till like 1 in the morning, 2 in the morning, and be like, yo, aren't you afraid that you have to, you know, your parents are not home, like, you're not home, like, won't your parents be mad? And they're like, oh, my dad do. The ones who will be playing video games, they're supposed to come back from work and they're just like, I beg Joe. Those girls that can carry belly and they don't even give a fuck. They come and burn the begin inside the house. What's my mom going to say? I don't give a fuck about her. The constant theme in all of these children is not that they're bad kids. It's because their parents did not provide for them. And usually in situations where, I'm not talking about poverty now, I'm just talking about irresponsibility of parents. When your parents don't really care about you, don't really provide for you, when you start doing things by yourself, you don't really care about them. It's like, one of the main reasons why we gave them that respect was because we knew that if we did otherwise, if we don't listen to what they're saying, they might cut you off. So when you now start seeing children that were wayward, most times they were the ones protecting themselves and providing for themselves. So there's no reason for me to respect my pops. That's the same thing that's happening now with people that are out there in the Olympics. Where they're looking at the sports minister and they're like, my guy, what kind of far? You know everything I talk. You know what? Goalkeeper, I better slap that guy. Don't say be minister, but just no let me. It's a natural thing. It's a natural thing to happen. Yes, so let's switch up the topic to something that people are talking about on social media. I caught this thing a couple of days ago on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter, the Fox himself. I caught this thing and people were talking about like women will not cook. I think it came from, I think it started from Noble Igwe, who's a blogger, style, impresario in Nigeria and everything else, who came out and, you know, he was like, his wife is not going to cook for him. Like, his wife's not going to cook. That's not her job. You know, she's a wife, not a cook. And he had the t-shirts and everything else. And I think that started that whole thing. And people were now talking about it. A lot of women were coming out saying that they won't cook for their husbands and stuff like that. It's not the job of a woman to cook. You know, you had all those conversations about like gender roles in a marriage or in a relationship and stuff like that. And for me, I was just on the side, you know, watching because I didn't really have too much to say. Because number one, you know, it's very difficult for you to jump into conversations about relationships on social media because you don't know who you're talking to. A lot of people that are very, very active on social media are actually like 14 or 15 years old. What am I going to do as a 32-year-old talking relationship and arguing relationship with somebody who's 14. At the age of 14, what had I done? Maybe I've kissed a couple of people. Maybe I finger banged a couple of people. But I never had anything like significant. I think for 14 years old, I think I'd given one girl maybe like 52 naira once. Where she was like, that, you know, she borrowed movie from video rental. And the money was too much, and her popsy would shout if the guy come and report them. So I now had to go into my piggy bank and now break colo and then give the girl 52 naira. I remember very well, Tutu Efole. She's living at Guda. So the point I'm trying to make is, how can someone as, you know, I mean, where are you drawing those analogies? Where are we coming from? So I don't know who anybody is. They might seem like you know them or whatever. There are people that I know from back in the Giddy Lounge days who are on Twitter and everything else. So I might be, or maybe some people that are on Africa Today show that, you know, listen to the show or watch the show. I might be like, okay, yeah, I know this person is mature, the way they think is different, so I can go back and forth with you. But on social media, it's very, very, it's just silly. So when I saw that thing, I was like, I'm going to wait first to see the married women and the mothers. You know, mothers, you can tell from, you know, in their bio, they'll put it out there. Wife, mother, and daughter of God. So that way nobody will toast them. I was like, let me see how many of these women will come and post. I didn't see one single post from anybody who was a mother or married or whatever, talking about like, oh, I won't cook for my husband. Oh, I won't cook for my family. Because all these things are so asinine. They're so stupid. You can't even, where are you coming from with this thing? Number one, you people will talk. No, I've decided I don't even listen, not just to Nigerian women or African women. I don't listen to any woman at all when it comes to, oh, this is what I'm going to do in my marriage. This is what I'm not going to do in my marriage. You know why? Because once that marriage happened, everything changed. I know people that have said, I'm not going to marry anybody unless he's 6'3" with green eyes and good hair. And as a wedding MC, when I now go there and I now see the husband that they're marrying, I'm like, ne. I hope that bride price was at least a 2 oil refinery. Because you just let the whole of your followers down. But I can't say that because I'm getting paid to be the MC. But the point I'm making is this. Until that time happen, people telling you things like, oh, if I want to have a child, oh my goodness, no, nobody's going to carry my child. Before you touch my child, you have to use wet wipes, so you have to use anti-sanitizer, this one now. After they born like this, maybe the first picking they can be misbehaving. Second picking like this, they'll be in party. Once DJ starts playing their music that they like, Ijoshino, hold my picking for me. That's life. Until life hits you, you don't know what you're going to do. So when I see, a lot of guys are being very disrespectful, I don't think it's right for you to say that, all these women are saying they won't cook for their husband. What about your mothers? It was a different time. Let's keep it real. It was a different time. Back then, the men were the breadwinners. The women didn't really do anything besides keep the home. Let's keep it real. At the same time, because our mothers were raised that way, they also raised our sisters that same way in terms of like knowing how to cook and how to take care of a home. I believe that when it comes to all these things that we consider gender roles, whether it's in charge of paying the bills, whether it's in charge of paying the mortgage, whether it's in charge of taking the trash out, mowing the lawn, taking care of the babies, waking up at night to change nappy, whatever. It's your situation. It's all about your understanding. I feel it's very disrespectful for any man to say, look, if you marry me, you have to come and start cooking. And I feel like it's also very disrespectful for any woman to say, I will not cook when I come into this man's house. It's wrong. Why is it even the man's house? It could be your house. I've seen people do that where couple get married, this one owns his own house, this one is renting, and boom. They say, you know what, babe, I'm going to move in with your house. And it makes sense. Boom, that's it. All of these things, all these gender roles, things are changing. I see a lot of these guys are like, my husband must cook, or he must be the one cooking. I can't just be cooking all the time. At least sometimes you have to cook. Hold on now. All these boys that don't know how to cook, wait till then they give your picking child poisoning like 16 times. When your picking goes to the emergency room like 4 times, when they pump the picking belly, when they now go and call child services and say that this woman has brought this child in here for food poisoning. Every single time we have to pump this child's belly. This child is only 5 months old. Why is there pieces of fufu inside the picking mouth? Then you will know whether you should be cooking or not. It's not a matter of what you want to do before you get there. It's a matter of knowing that it's based on your relationship. There's a lot of people that cannot cook for shit. My father cannot cook for nothing. But luckily, the children, we can cook. Why? Because we're only boys. My mom gave birth to 3 boys. We had to cook. When I was in GSS, I think it was after GSS 3, my mom just got pissed one day and said, pursued all our house girls. We had like 3 house girls, 1 cook, just pursued everybody. So I was one that was making breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That was my own thing. So that's why I learned how to cook. Then I went to university really early. I got into university at 14. So my junior brother, my immediate junior brother, him, now had to learn how to cook. And he's an excellent cook. I think he actually cooks better than me. The baby of the house, Henna, who's my manager, doesn't really cook that much. But since he came to our Obodo Yibo here, America here, where he's seeing me in the kitchen, he's chilling with me in the kitchen, we're doing stuff together. Now he has learned his own thing. So it's based on that. If you put say your husband must cook, when he almost kill you, when running stomach hammer you from Thursday to the next Thursday, when you now go on your knees and you crawl all the way to that your redeemed church, can be praying to your asking your pastor, please pray, pastor, this is my belly, this is my belly. You know, your belly be sound like generator that they did not even change the gas extinguisher. That's when you know that you need to be cooking. So all these gender role conversations is null and void. To me, it's silly. But I'll put it out there for you guys so that I don't know if you want to partake in a gender role conversation. Tell me, who do you think should be cooking in the house? Is it the woman or the man? And why? If you can throw in some kind of context behind it, let us understand that, okay, I grew up in a home where my dad used to cook and my mom was the main one cooking, and boom, boom, boom. Some women are just like, look, I can't cook. I know some girls that cannot cook for shit. There's this one girl I was messing with back in the day. Back in the day. This girl put it out there straight. She was like, look, I can't really cook. I'm like, you're playing Nigerian African girl. Come to the house and cook now. This girl came to the house. How I now started to know that this girl cannot cook was when she started asking me for different things. She came to me, she wants to cook jollof rice. She's like, where's your tomato? I'm like, tomato. She's like, where's the fresh tomatoes though? I'm like, no, there's tin tomato there. I need fresh tomatoes too to be able to, okay, let me see. Where's your curry? Boom. Where's your thyme? Boom. Where's your Maggi? What about no? My nigga, like, you have Maggi. Some people live in Uzbekistan. They don't have any option. Okay. Where's your blender? Blender. Okay, bring out a blender. Oh, your blender, the speed is too low. I don't know if I'm going to be able to I was like, this guy's going to keep boys today. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, when this girl cooked this jollof rice, I think the girl is actually an inspiration for Tao's Kitchen. Because it was not jollof rice, it was jollof cake. As in, it's one of those kind of rice. So you say, have you ever used a knife to cut slice of rice? Or you now put the knife inside, boom, the knife stand. Like this, imagine this pen, now you put the knife inside, boom. The knife stand. Then you now cut slice, like you're cutting cheesecake. You now scoop up the jollof rice. Now put it in your plate like this. Then you now put the meat and the plantain. The plantain will be looking at the meat like, I don't know what that thing is, but my cousin told me about jollof rice and it's not this thing right here. Ladies and gentlemen, that girl almost killed me. And because of that, every time she came to chill with me, boom, let's go to KFC. Let's not vex. We kept it real moving, real pushing. And I'll tell you something, girls that don't know how to cook, they're usually better in other things. But for me as a man who knows how to cook, it's never been an issue. Keep it pushing. Do what I need to do. So I'm putting that question out to you guys, what you guys think when it comes to cooking and all that kind of stuff. But anyways, that's the end of today's show. You guys have been absolutely amazing. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. Yo, that video I put up yesterday, if you know the number of subscribers we got off of that video, it's been crazy. I guess a lot of people were like waiting for, for me to post something. But now we're just going to be, doing work. Yes, Father, confirm. So I talk whenever I end this show. Anything we don't die in a vulture. Now when in doubt, suck that breast. Ginger.